I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team, 6 rings.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
On the carry.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Chubb on the counter. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down.
With the give to Nick Chubb.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
23 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
But it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down.
Hands it off out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Complete to
Will Fuller. here. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
These two teams all tied after one. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He may try and run for this. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage. Sets
him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield on play action. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Regular. Hey,
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Touchdown, Houston.
Watson's pass.
Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula?
It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20, 10.
Another day, another day.
Take it in for a Jets touchdown. Kareem Hunt, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For the extra point.
1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Going to give this time to the tailback. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
faking the give. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. Now he's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans have broken the tie.
For the extra point.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play. First down.
What a catch and one-handed. And I'm starting to lose my awe about the play. And maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he spins through. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Kareem Hunt, as the first half is winding down. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for TTQT. It's 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And now here's a carry heading left. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson off play action. Out to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And again, it's Chubb. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 17 yards to pick up there.
To the 49-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 39. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Well, this throw caught left side. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And 12.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 31-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. And I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied. But, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. Hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
To number 25.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down, Houston.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Smith. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it's Watson. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Fuller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go. Back 55. Back 55.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game.
Jets 23.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Texans, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. Thanks for